I have to talk to you all about this book, Living Energies. I recently finished reading it. I've been reading it for the past 3 years, of course, accompanied by other books that I've began and finished throughout reading this. But yeah, this particular one was not an easy read, and rightly so. Nothing meaningful and extraordinary is ever created or accessed with ease. My dear friend, actually, Aurélie, advised me this book many years ago when I was living with her on a boat in Paris on Seine, talking about aerodynamics, design, and vortices. So I now highly recommend this book to all creative, curious, science-oriented, and just in general conscientious human beings on the planet, particularly the young generation. It's about Viktor Schauberger's works, who was a native Austrian forest warden, a revolutionary scientist, inventor, and forever student of nature, who was guided throughout his career by his family's maxim, comprehend and copy nature. Viktor Schauberger didn't just envision or design, but was actually the maker. He actually built the hardware of eco-technologies that no longer fight with nature, like still most orthodox scientific establishments, conglomerates, and governments do, based on this reductionistic and exploitative mode of industrial patriarchal practices of science, but rather learn to work in harmony with nature, influenced by rejuvenation, protection, mimicking of nature, conservation, the essential sciences, more in tune, of course, with the feminine wisdom, which is part of the reason why I think that most of his works were destroyed or kept in secret, much like Nikola Tesla's works and philosophy. This book is about so much. It's really mind-blowing how it unfolds incredible amount of subjects in such a microscopic and telescopic spectrum. It's hard to summarize, but I shall do my best. Living Energies is about rivers and flood management. It's about soil fertility. It's about water purification systems. It's about free energy devices. It's about free energy devices based on water for transport. It's about electromagnetism. It's about bioelectromagnetism, dynamics of circulation and flow, sound, and which is really close to my heart. There's many chapters about sound and reverberation as a source, as a formative source for many of these devices, for much of these research and observations, for all these eco-technologies. The book really starts with talking about this concept, ECI, eternally creative intelligence, instead of using constricting and compartmentalizing terminologies and words like religion, which, by the way, the Latin root of the word religion, religere, is to bind back, to tie down. So to describe the flow and source of biomagnetic and electromagnetic realities of our world, of our universe, including us. Yes, we are bioelectromagnetic creatures, including our thought process, including our intentions and our actions. And another thing that really blew my mind away is how after my experience, near-death experience when I was 12 years old, I didn't talk about this for about 8-9 years because I didn't have the understanding, the vocabulary of even how to describe what I witnessed visually, emotionally, everything-wise. And this book was the first book to scientifically and visually depict what I felt and saw. First, when I separated from my physical body of sorts, this magnetic fields, these energy fields, first in this circular motion, and then deviating from it the further I went away from my physical body into more like these candle shapes of, anyways, incredible source of inspiration, and just really goosebumps grew on my arm when I read the depiction of what happens to the spirit, well, a priest might call it a spirit, but scientists call it energy. It's really all the same. This book should really be the tonic, the cornerstone of all science textbooks around the world in all the schools. And not only science, but it should be the manual for politics and planning around the world as well. Again, I highly recommend this book, and to summarize this very cleverly put together book based on Viktor Schauberger's works by Callum Coats, I'd like to read one of his final paragraphs of books in this book. So this is Callum Coats' quote. In the light of the natural evolutionary productive and reproductive phenomena, the role of man should not be to lead arrogantly on all occasions on the false assumption that this is a man's world. No, which, as we have seen, has brought such disaster upon us, but to lend their greater physical strength, maybe the know-how, gifts, and other complementary abilities to create a new society in which governance should mainly, but not entirely, be directed by women. Apart from their many other attributes on Mother Earth, women are the sustainers of the future in which uniformity, strife, discord, and division are the greatest enemies. And don't mistake the uniformity with division, yeah? We're talking about the uniformity that comes from incubator-like reductionistic modes of the patriarchal systems. Read slowly, carefully, and with fully present mind this book, Living Energies, for you are a part of it too.